Hai, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Welcome ladies and gentlemen. How are you today? We say welcome to our presentation. First of all, welcome.
Hello guys, the first discussion will be delivered by me. My name is Annisa Rahmadhani. My last group number is 31. The first is Indonesia.
Namely the United States or USA. In the USA, a lot of students are homeschooled. For the last session, thank you for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hai, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Welcome ladies and gentlemen. How are you today? We say welcome to our presentation. First of all, let us introduce ourselves. My name is Retno Ayu Cahyaningtyas and my partner is Annisa Rahmadhani. On this occasion, we will present a very informative and interesting topic, namely about education in different countries. Okay, let's start this presentation. Education is a topic that never ends when discussed. And there is a quote from Nelson Mandela. He says that education is the deadliest weapon in the world, because with education, you can change the world. It means education is very essential and should not be overlooked in every country. Education is also a strategic means to improve the quality of a nation, because the progress of a nation can be measured by the progress of its education. In this presentation, we will discuss education in various countries in terms of system and management. We take countries from Asia and Europe. And then, below is a list of countries whose education we will cover. First, Indonesia, second, Singapore, third, China, and then South Korea, and then Finland, and the last USA or United States. Okay, without lingering, let's go straight to the first three discussions, namely education in Indonesia, Singapore, and China, which will be delivered by my partner, Annisa Rahmadhani. Annisa Rahmadhani, please welcome.
Hello guys, the first discussion will be delivered by me. My name is Annisa Rahmadhani. My last group number is 31. The first is Indonesia. Education level in Indonesia divided into the first three. The first is basic education, consists of elementary school or SD and junior high school or SMP. Second is middle education, consists of senior high school or SMA and vocational high school or SMK. The third is higher education, consists of diplomas, bachelor, masters, specialists, and doctorates. The next is education system. In the education system, there are education goals. Is developing the potential of students to become human beings who believe and fear God Almighty, have noble character, are healthy, knowledgeable, capable, creative, independent, and become democratic and responsible citizens. The next is education management. Management education provides the foundation for curriculum development. This foundation includes philosophical basis, psychological basis, socio-cultural foundation, and science and technology foundation. The first is philosophical basis. Philosophy plays an important role in the development of curriculum. Just like in the philosophy of education, we are introduced to various schools or philosophy, such as perennialism, essentialism, existentialism, progressivism, and reconstructivism. In curriculum development, it is always based on certain philosophical stream, so that it will color the concept and implementation of the developed curriculum. Second is psychological basis. There are two fields of psychological that underline curriculum development. The first is developmental psychology and the second is learning psychology. Developmental psychology is a study of individual behavior with regard to its development learning. And learning psychology is the study of individual behavior in the concept of learning. The third is socio-cultural foundation. Students come from the community, get education both formally and informally within the community and are direct towards community life as well. Community life, with all its cultural characteristic and brightness, is the basis and reference for education at the same time. With education, we do not expect human beings to emerge who are alienated from their social environment, but rather through education it's hoped that they can better understand and be able to build people's life. Therefore, the purpose, content, and process of education must be adjusted to the needs, condition, characteristic, wealth, and development in society. And the fourth is science and technological foundation. The world's rapid progress in the field of information and technology in the last 2 decades has affected human civilization beyond the reach of various human tools. This influence in scenes in shift in social, economic, and political order that require a new balance between value, truth, and ways of life that apply to the global and local context. The next is Singapore. Education system in Singapore aims to provide basic knowledge and religion to students. To unify the diversity of differences, characteristic, race, and culture in Singapore, language diversity, every student learns language English as an everyday language. Students also learn their mother language, Chinese, Malaysia, and Tamil or Thai, to help them maintain their identity, culture, heritage, and national value. Formal education in Singapore starts at kindergarten school or equivalent with kindergarten or TK in Indonesia. After graduating the kindergarten school, students continue to the primary school level or equivalent to elementary school or SD in Indonesia for 6 years. To go to a higher level of education, students must take the primary school leveling examination. Then educational is continued to the secondary school level for 4 or 5 years. Secondary school is divided into 4 lines: special or express course, academic course, technical course, and integrated program. The special or express course is a 4 years terminate education with the Singapore Cambridge General Certificate of Education. In this pathway, students learn English and mother language, mathematics, science, and culture. Schools are always to apply grades to subject as a supplement or subtitle for the curriculum for over student a variety of options. Apply grade subject in general invite students to practice or education oriented like a polytechnic. The next is education management. The progress of education in Singapore is supported by many factors. The first is adequate facility. For example, every school in Singapore has free internet access. Each school has a school website that is useful for connecting student, teacher, and parent. Second is school web. Another facility is available a transportation system that has access to schools in Singapore that make it easier for students to go to school. The third is cheap tuition fees. The cost factor is also affect the quality of education, because if school fees are cheap, everyone on the country can get an education easily. The fourth is education factor. The screening process for becoming teacher is very strict, and prospective teachers are adjusted to the number of teachers required, so that all these prospective teachers will divided get a job. The next is China. Education system in China includes basic education. Basic education includes kindergarten, elementary, and high school with a length of education is preschool 3 years and over, elementary school 5 until 6 years with the age of entering SD 6 years, and school education middle level first 3 years and upper level 5 years. Second is technical and functional education. The third is higher education. Adult education aims to improve the quality of community life, which in turn is expected to contribute to the economic development of the population. The next is education management. The education management is transcentralized, starting from the central, provincial, city, district level, and including autonomous regions at the Korea level. The second is State Education Committee, responsible for the implementation of education. The third is examination system in China, almost the same as the exam system in Indonesia. The fourth is flexible curriculum, various based on the capabilities and characteristics of the region, city, and village, and provide flexible for region to add local curricula. Okay, the next country discussion will be delivered by Retno.
Ladies and gentlemen, let us continue on the discussions of education in the next country, namely South Korea. First, we will discuss the education system. One of the decisions of the National Council of the Republic of Korea in 1948 was to draft an education law. This regard, the aim of South Korea education is to instill in everyone a sense of national identity and respect for national sovereignty, perfect the personality of every citizen, carry out the ideal of universal brotherhood, develop the ability to live independently and act for a democratic country, and the prosperity of all mankind, and inculcate patriotism. Ladies and gentlemen, in general, the education system in South Korea consists of 4 levels of formal education, namely elementary school, junior high school, senior high school, and higher education. First, elementary school. Elementary school is compulsory education for 6 years for children at 6 until 11 years. Next, junior high school. Junior high school is continuation of elementary school for children aged 12 until 14 years. Then, students continue to senior high school in grades 10, 11, and 12 with 2 choices, namely general and vocational school. In South Korea, vocational schools cover agriculture, commerce, fisheries, and engineering. In addition, there is a comprehensive school, which is a combination of public schools and vocational schools. And the last is higher education, or university program in grades 13 until 16, and then to the postgraduate program to get master and doctoral degrees. Next, we are going to talk about the management education in South Korea. South Korea has taken advantage of technological sophistication in this learning since 1970, after the curriculum reform at the time. This is a description of existing classroom in Korea today. That elementary school children are already using their gadget for learning in class. Then, what is the teacher doing there in teaching? The teacher takes 5 steps in learning, namely teaching planning, student diagnosis, guiding students to learn with various programs, giving tests, and assessing learning outcomes, so that teachers there must be able to follow the development of existing technology in order to achieve learning in accordance with the curriculum. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the education system and management in South Korea. Let's go to the next slide, to the next country, namely Finland. Finland is familiar when we discuss the education system. Finland is known as the country with the best education system. Why? Let us consider the following discussion. The main objective of Finland's education policy is for all citizens to have the same opportunity to receive education, regardless of age, place of residence, financial situations, gender, or parents. Education is considered one of the basic rights of all citizens. And to support the achievement of these goals, the government made a policy that all education there is free. And we're going to talk about the stages. Education stages in Finland start from pre-primary education, and then primary and secondary education, tertiary education, higher education, and adult education. Maybe you are unfamiliar with tertiary education. What is that? It is a designation for education that is carried out after secondary education is complete. This is almost the same as the college. And then we will look at education management in Finland, which make this country so advanced in its education sector. First, teachers in Finland must at least have a master's degree, and there are only 11 universities that have a teacher education program. It is making it easier to control the quality and consistency standards of educational program. Then, in terms of curriculum, the government only makes general guidelines in the form of targets or goals, and teachers are given the freedom of how to achieve these targets. Teachers are free to use any teaching methods or textbook. The principle here is that it is important that students feel happy about the lessons that are happening at their class. Not only that, in Finland, teachers teach the same groups of students for up to several years. Thus, teachers can get to know their students better as well as monitor their academic, social, and emotional development. And every teacher is obligated to make an evaluation of the learning progress of each student. It shows that every student in Finland is recorded very well in every development of their learning. Then, what is also very different between Finland and Indonesia is, in Finland, the classrooms are no more than 12 students, so that teachers can more easily monitor all their students. In addition, teachers in Finland emphasize the importance of playtime, which is believed to improve student academic performance, foster cognitive, affective, and social development. In principle, in one lesson hours, 45 minutes are allocated for learning and 15 minutes for free play according to the wishes of the students. Ladies and gentlemen, thus education in Finland, which is the country with the best education system in the world. And let's go to move. Now, we are heading to the last country where we will discuss about the education, namely the United States or USA. In your opinion, what is the interesting about education in the USA? In the USA, a lot of students are homeschooled. Homeschooling is an informal education that is practically common there. According to Wikipedia, education in the United States in 2007, approximately 1.5 million children attended homeschooling. What are the reasons for parents to homeschooling their children? There are various reasons for homeschooling. Some say they could include religious lessons in the curriculum. Others say to adapt children to their abilities and weaknesses. And again, some parents say to avoid children from the negative pressures of schools, such as drugs, violence, and all school-related problems. Then, what about the formal education? For formal education in stages in general, namely, the initial stage is preschool, kindergarten, or first grade, then proceed to elementary school. In this case, students can decide to move to middle school, junior high school, or combined junior-senior high school. Thereafter, there is a high school or senior high school, and for higher education, there are vocational technical institute, junior or community college, or undergraduate programs. After completing higher education, students can proceed to a master degree study or professional school. Furthermore, there are doctoral study and postdoctoral study and research. Then, let's move on to educational management in USA. The subjects that students must take are clearly listed in the curriculum according to their respective stages. And to become a teacher in the USA, you must have a teaching certificate from the government, such as the postgraduate certificate in education, and then professional graduate diploma and Bachelor of Education. And according to Wikipedia, education in the United States, teacher salaries in 2011 were $55,040. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, that's all the discussion in various countries that we can present. We hope that with this discussion, we can all compare lessons and examples for better future for Indonesian education.
I believe this discussion is very useful for all of us.
And for the last session, thank you for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.